Hey, greetings. I hope everybody is doing well. I know that many of you are probably watching the votes being tallied coming in from across the world and across the United States in regards to the elections right now. So I had to like kind of back up from that and just really kind of do my thing tonight, kind of take my mind off of what's happening as far as with the elections concerned. But anyway, yes, it is definitely late on the East Coast, but it's still pretty early on the West Coast. It's about 8:11, 8:10. So look, we're going to get right into this thing tonight. We're going to talk about the 8 international Masonic orders. The 8 international Masonic orders. A lot of people don't know that there are 8 international Masonic orders, okay? And these Masonic orders are not recognized by the Grand Lodge of England. And I like to put that out there so people don't have any discrepancies in regards to what I'm talking about. These 8 Masonic international orders are huge. They big. They're big. And I'm going to go and tell you where you can find them at so you won't be like, nah, Brother Hawkins, you ain't quite right. And so tonight, as you begin to come in and check out what I'm saying, I'm talking about Freemasonry and the 8 international Masonic orders that consist of masonries from around the world. And this is the beauty of Freemasonry, how universal it is and how it's practiced differently than those you would consider to be regular or mainstream. This type of masonry, or the brothers of these particular degrees and female masons of these various alliances, practice a universal brotherhood, a sisterhood of Freemasonry. And I include the females because, let's be honest, as much as many of you want to believe that there are no female Masons, the myth is out, it's blown away. There are female Masons. And as much as you probably don't want to acknowledge the fact that they exist and they practice the same thing that you practice, your brothers, your mother, the Grand Lodge of England had clearly said that their practice is regular. They're just irregular. They did not call them clandestine. They said their practice is regular. They're just irregular because they're females. But they also said that they was willing to work with them, that they will push the agenda of female Freemasonry. That's from your mother, the Grand Lodge of England. That's not from this side of the world. When I say this side of the world, I'm talking about those Masonic bodies who clearly feels that, hey, you know what? This is how we're going to operate over here. But anyway, so tonight as you begin to come on in and enjoy the festivities, we're going to talk about the 8 international brotherhood of Freemasonry. I think that you will get a kick out of it. I believe that it's something that should have been explored a long time ago. I believe that it's beneficiary to brothers of the craft, that you know that masonry is bigger than where you're at, and it's huge. It is huge. As we go in and really discover these 8 different international Masonic organizations, as I've said, they're from around the world. The biggest of these is the is to me the biggest, and I say that because the CLIPS has over 100 Grand Lodges from around the world that is part of their Masonic body. The CLIPS is CLIPAS. They're huge, and if you can look them up, it's CLIPSAS.org. It's CLIPAS.org. You can look them up, and they are huge. There are Masonic bodies here in the United States, Ancient, Free, and Accepted, and others who are part of this Masonic order. They have the Grand Orient of France as part of them, the Grand Lodge of Italia, the Grand Orient of Switzerland, Grand Orient of Antarctica, Grand Orient of Luxembourg, Grand Order, Grand Lodge of Denmark, Grand George Washington Union is a part of them. I mean, Omega Grand Lodge of New York is a part of them. United Grand Lodge of Cameroon is a part of them. They're just, I mean, they're huge. As a matter of fact, they have 104 Grand Lodges that are a part of them. They have 104, you know, and they're steadily growing. And that is just one international Masonic body that has nothing to do with nobody else. That is just one. And they're huge. And you got to love them because they're putting in the work. And there's another one I like to bring up, and this is the COMAM dot information, and it's I want to pronounce that members command COMAM. You know, that's how I want to pronounce it. I might be wrong. Go check them out. You can look them up. And let me see. It says it's international organization made up of 20 different international Grand Lodges, Masonic order across America, none of which are affiliated with mainstream Freemasonry or PHA. Now, here's the thing about this particular Masonic order. In this particular Masonic order or international body, there are 20 Grand Lodges that make them up. Now, these Grand Lodges, you can have like dual membership. If you are a Grand Lodge, you can have membership in any of these international Masonic bodies. Like, take for instance, Omega Grand Lodge in New York has membership with this particular obedience, and they also have membership in CLIPSA, and CLIPSA. And what happens is it just gives you more access to different jurisdictions from around the world. They do not limit who you are, where you can travel, and being able to enjoy Freemasonry. I would also tell you I'll tell you like this. This particular Masonic order, the one we're talking about now, is beautiful. It's called COMAM, COMAM. You can look them up. They was founded back in 2004, and it's 20 different Grand Lodges from around the world that makes up this international Masonic organization, because the Grand Lodges that makes them up are from around the world, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna take a look at their history just for a second. They have the Northern Columbia Grand Lodge, Mixed Grand Lodge of Chile. Let me see. Spanish Symbolic Grand Lodge. There are just a lot of different Grand Lodges that are a part of them. And the thing is that CLIPS helped to organize this particular Grand Lodge. I mean, this particular obedience. And also, you can look into their history, and they can tell you exactly how they got started. You can Google them and look their history up, and they can tell you exactly how they got started. It's pretty nice. And it was in 2004 that they got started. So that's 2 international Masonic bodies. Okay, that's 2. There are actually 8 that I know of that has been shared with me in regards to who they are. So go check them out. Check them out. I mean, it's like I said, it's 20 Grand Lodges that make them up. I want to get back over here. Thanks to everybody who's coming on. I know it's late. And if you're on the East Coast, it should be about almost 11, going on 12 o'clock your time. On the West Coast right here, we're going on about maybe 9 o'clock. And I know if you're in the Midwest, something like that, it should be about going on about 11, maybe 10, something like that. So we're just looking at different international Masonic orders from around the world. Okay, here's another one. It's called Alazaya Universal Masonic Code, AUM. Okay, go look them up. Alazana Universal Masonic Code, AUM. That is spelled ALLZANA. ENEANZA, Universal Masonica, AUM. You can look them up, look at their history. They're very universal or universal international Masonic order. I mean, that's the third one I pointed out, and they are huge too. I mean, when you're talking about Freemason, you're not just limiting yourself to just those that you may find to be um, mainstream. You're not just limiting yourself to mainstream. When you limit yourself to one particular organization, such as mainstream Grand Lodges, when I say that, that's inclusive of anything that the UGLA may have recognition with, or the United States. So Masonry is bigger than that, and until you are able to get a grip on that, you're gonna ever be in a real tight situation. It's because, see, AMU, Universal Masonic Alliance, they're huge. I mean, they're big too. The biggest one that I've come across is I want to say CLIPS. There's 104 Grand Lodges with them. With AMU, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 30 Grand Lodges with them. And mind you, these Grand Lodges can have relationship with very international Masonic obedience. They can do that. So when you look at that, you'll see that for yourself. And like I said, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There are 20, not 30, but 20 Grand Lodges that make up the AMU. All right? Go check them out. They're from around the world, be it Spain, be it Greece, be it France, be it Portugal, be it Romania, Lebanon, be it Africa. These Grand Lodges from across the world makes up this particular obedience, which is called the Confederation Obedience, AUM. Okay, AUM. Is as I've come to understand these various organizations and who they are, it just lets me know that, as I used to always say, Masonry is bigger than where you at, and it's truly bigger than where you at. The ideal is we must understand that and stop looking at Masonry from a selfish point of view as far as my jurisdiction. Your jurisdiction is just a microcosm in the world of Freemasonry. It's just a smidge. It doesn't move the needle left or right. It is just part of the bigger universal brotherhood, sisterhood of Freemasonry. It is. And yes, I said sisterhood of Freemasonry because, let's just be honest, as much as we would like to deny the mere fact that female Grand Lodges exist, they exist. Now, whether your Grand Lodge give recognition to them or not, that's something different, but I'm just stating the fact, okay? I'm just stating the fact. They have been around just as long as some of these so-called regular Masonic jurisdictions, and I'm just giving them their credit, okay? Not embarrassed to do that. Not embarrassed to do that at all. So, as we're taking a look, that's the third international Masonic body. The fourth one is going to be the obedience of AME EMA. Okay, that's the name of it. All right, let's take a look at who they are real quick, and you can Google them as you can go and look them up for yourself. Alliance of European Masonic Organization. Alliance of European Masonic Organization. Okay, they have obedience throughout France, throughout Greece, throughout Hungary, throughout Luxembourg, throughout Morocco, throughout Portugal, Sudan. They're all over the world. And from what I'm gathering and looking at from their personal page, and if you ever want to go to their personal page, I'll give you that information too. There are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. There are 42 Grand Lodges that makes up this particular obedience, international obedience. Go check them out. And you can it's called the Alliance of European Grand Lodges. Let me see, can I put that in the thing here? So just follow this here. You can let me see if you can, let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna put it in here where you can go and look them up for yourself and see exactly what I'm saying, because I don't know if you know how many alliances there are out there, and the mere fact that they exist and they're not asking anybody to do anything for them. They are huge, and that's the beauty of Freemasonry, how big it really is. And we're going to really check them out, and you can go see for yourself. Go check them out for yourself. That's one Masonic alliance right here. You can go check them out. Let's see. I'm going to put another one in here that you can go check out. Here's another one right here that you can go check out. I'm putting these Masonic alliances in here so you yourselves can go and see who they are. And you don't have to take my word for it. You know about them. And the mere fact that they stand alone, they have Masonic recognition with various other Grand Lodges from around the world. And they're not asking anybody for anything. They're doing their thing. So go look them up. So how many I got up? And I got 2. I'm gonna try to put all of these in there, okay? So just work with me a minute. I'm gonna switch over and make them caps. You can cap this, so you can it can be small caps. Just make sure you go look these different Masonic international obediences up to give you a better preview in regards to who they are. And no matter how you may feel about them, they exist, and they are not asking no one for anything. They exist. If you got any questions you want, please put them into the chat while I go in and definitely put this in. Let's see, that's 3. I think I'm coming with some more here. What would you consider New Wabian? If I'm pronouncing that right, what would I consider? I don't know much about them. I've heard of them. I've seen some of their stuff on Facebook. I just want to know, where are you? They are location in Detroit. Okay. I just want to know, where are they located in Detroit? I don't think they're located in Detroit, but you can reach out to them for Masonic fellowship and recognition. That would have to go through whatever your process is, and in order to see exactly who they are. Here's another international Masonic organization right here, and it is called UME. It's the union. Okay, it's a union of Masonic Grand Lodges from overseas, and you can look them up too. And as you do, you will come to find, as I've come to find, that Masonry is universal. it is not just consistent of what we see in here in regards to European and style of Freemasonry. And I will guarantee you this, because I've had my own personal experiences, that the way they do things is going to be differently than the way you do things. The only thing is concrete is the grips, signs, and words. That's the only thing that is going to be where you can say, oh, okay, I think I put that in twice. But look them up. I think I may have this one in twice. I know the White International Masonic in Troy, New York, do not recognize the Black International Masons. I'm not too familiar with the International Masons, the White International Masons. I never knew anything called the White International Masons. You may have to enlighten me on that myself, my brother. And that's for real. Let's see. It's 1, it's 2, 3, 4. Here's another one right here. Check these boys out right here. Check them out and tell me what you think about. Tell me what you think about this particular group. You can look them up too. This is an international Masonic organization. Check them out. And then the biggest one, as I said before, is going to be CLIPSAS. Okay, this is the biggest one. They have 104 Masonic Grand Lodges that makes up this international body, and they are from across the United States. And I think that as a Mason, we should all be looking to grow. So let's see what else we have here. Here's another one right here. Please check them out. This is another international Masonic organization that is out there. And I'm going to check and see how many Grand Lodges that makes them up. Because what I'm finding now is that the average size is about 20 to 35 international Masonic international Grand Lodge that makes up this particular Masonic obedience. And there are Grand Lodges in the United States are black that are a part of them. Okay? There are. Because my Grand Lodge, John G. Jones, we are part of them. We have Masonic relationship with 14, I think it's 14 or 16 foreign Grand Lodges. We have Masonic relationship with them. We have visitation rights with them. We continue to correspond with them. And that is up on the GLUA. And I'm going to put that information in here also. Check this group here out. This is another Masonic, international Masonic organization. Check them out and see what they're going to be all about and go from there. And then here's GLUA, Grand Lodges United. Grand Lodges United America is called GLUA. GLUA. And my first experience with GLUA is that I was introduced to GLUA through the Hispanic Grand Lodge in North America, and they've gone through different changes. But however, I was introduced to GLUA from my brother David Munoz, and John G. Jones has developed relationship with this particular Masonic international body for the past 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And we've constantly been in contact with them. We have had visitation with them when they was down in, I want to say not Tijuana, but I can't think of that resort down in Mexico. Here just recently, last year, they had the International Brotherhood of Freemasonry down there. We was down there and they had a great time. They elected a new president for the International Brotherhood of GLUA, Masonic organization, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And also they have their own web page. You can go and check them out. I'm going to put their information in here too. So let's take a look. Confederation of Dos Grand Lodges United the Americas. Said in Spanish. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. Look them up, and you'll see for yourself these various international bodies exist and continue. It's been around for a long time. Like I said, I think the oldest is going to be CLIPSAS, and they've been around since 1961, if I'm not mistaken. 1961. Let me see. IDAS. This is a long one right here. Let's see. Boom. There you go. Look this particular group up, and I think, let's see if there's another one on here. Like I said, there's 8 international bodies. And you wouldn't know that based upon the small mindset that we find in Freemason, where we only see, yeah, I think that's it. Those are the ones that I have right here before me. That's about 8 that I put in there. Go look them up, and I'm telling you, I just want to know where they're located. I know the White International. Okay, just trying to find out where we're at. Okay. Yes, okay. I'm just going back reading some of these, but yeah, definitely go back and check it out, man. Freemasonry is big, it's huge, it's beautiful. I just want the brothers of the craft to realize that you are not just limited to what you hear and see when we talk about mainstream Freemasonry. It's bigger than that. And I would tell you, in regards to my particular jurisdiction, which I'm a part of, we have the Masonic relationship of foreign jurisdictions where the brothers of the craft have visited, have had that fellowship, and we have enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, last year, I had the privilege of sitting in lodge with the Grand Master from Mexico. And that was indeed an honor. And I'm just saying, the way they see Masonry versus the way we are taught Masonry here in the United States amongst ourselves is different. I'm not saying that they don't have issues. It's just how they take on the craft and how they view Freemasonry. They don't view it like we do. And I will tell you this, over in Romania, there are 4 prominent Grand Lodges in Romania. And they get along. They get along. There are 2 what you call national Grand Lodges of Romania. There's a traditional Grand Lodge of Romania, and there's a regular Grand Lodge of Romania. And they get along. I'm not saying whether they have visitation or not. I'm saying but the respect that they have for each other, where they're able to socialize and really appreciate the brotherhood is what they do there. And I can't figure out why we can't do the same, but that's another topic for another day. So please, when you have the opportunity, go check out these various international Masonic obediences and see how can your jurisdiction, broaden its spectrum, broaden its Masonic relationship. Because I would tell you, once that is done and you go visit for yourself, because they will invite you. I would tell you this, once you open yourself up to foreign jurisdictions and the Brotherhood of Freemasonry beyond the United States, they are going to invite you. They're going to do that. And they're going to expect that you're going to come and visit. And likewise, they're going to look for you to invite them, and they're going to come, because that's just how they practice Freemasonry. It's just a different thing, and I can totally respect that. I've enjoyed the fellowship, and I want you to do the same. It is said that what I want for me, I want for my brothers. What I want for me, I want for my sisters of the order. You know, anytime you find that you tearing down someone to build yourself up, you got to be in the wrong organization, because this is not how we are built. Not at all. Now, if anybody want to call in tonight, I got a few minutes. You're certainly welcome to do so. And I know people's eyes are probably glued to the TV right now, trying to see who's going to become president of the United States. Can we get some normalcy around right now? And I know many are probably looking at it like, I can't watch this dude tonight. I got to keep an eye on who's going to be the president. But look, if you want to call in tonight and have a discussion about the international Masonic, the different international Masonic obediences, we can. But like I said, there are 8 that I know of that has been shared with me in regards to the different obediences. There may be more, but these 8, you can actually go look, Google, find out for yourself, and understand that Masonry is bigger than where you're at. Like I said, though, if you're willing to call in tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. I'm going to be putting your number in right now, and let's have that conversation. And another thing, are you familiar with them? You know, have you heard anything in regards to the different obediences that I put out in this group tonight? So just give a call in if you choose to. I'm going to be on just for a little while longer. As I said, I thank you for tuning in. It is going to be late on the East Coast, Midwest, but not Midwest, Eastern Eastern Standard Pacific Time. I know it's late over there, and on the West Coast, it's still pretty early. It's not even 9 o'clock. It's about 8:45 here. So, what are your thoughts on what I'm talking about? New subscriber, when can I find it, and where can I find the information from the Masons on how to see through the propaganda? Well, David Teller, I'm going to tell you, in the United States, there's a lot of propaganda in regards to Freemasonry. You're going to hear it. I'm going to give it to you raw. You're going to hear from PHA, you're going to hear from them that they're the only black legal Masonic recognized body in the United States. You're going to get that from the majority of them. Not all, but the majority. And then you have international free and accepted Masons. You have modern free accepted Masons. You have the John G. Jones affiliation of Masonic lodges, which consists of mostly your General Grand Masonic Congresses. Then you're going to have your PHO, Prince Hall Origin. In my personal opinion, I would say search them out. Don't go by the propaganda. Search them out. Each jurisdiction is a little different, and it varies in practices from one to another. But I would tell you this, that the Brotherhood of Freemasonry doesn't change. Okay, the Brotherhood doesn't change. What changes is the person who calls himself a Mason. You must be aware and cautious of that individual. I would also say this, as you go in search of a Masonic lodge, I wouldn't tell them that I'm watching. I just look and see for myself, and then based upon the information that you have discovered for yourself, then you join, and make sure you go where you're respected and appreciated and not tolerated. Make sure whatever Masonic jurisdiction you join, that you are accepted and appreciated. Okay. If you ever find yourself in a Masonic Grand Lodge jurisdiction, and you are there and they tolerate you, you're in the wrong place. That's a fact. I tell any brother that. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. You know, it must be about respect across the board. I would say this: Masons who are true to the cause, when you say meet on the level, they mean that. They don't mean just meet on the level just because it's a saying. It is the truth. It is in their heart that they are Masons, not based upon someone's ideal of recognition. Okay, that's a true Mason, in my opinion, based on my 32 years of being a Mason. I found that there are brothers from across various jurisdictions, international Masonic borders, that, man, once they find out that you're a Mason, they it's something in regards to that they really appreciate a good brother. They do. But when you find yourself part of an organization that can't do it, refuse to do it, refuse to show respect to other Masonic obediences because of some ideology that they have, man, I wouldn't want to partake in that. I wouldn't want to be part of that. That is something that I find that is discouraging, disheartening, and it takes away from what Freemasonry truly is. That is my honest opinion. Let me see what else I got here tonight. What's up, John? How you doing? You know, like I said, just go and search it out for yourself, bro. Do that, and you're gonna be fine. Check it out, brother Hawkins. What's going on? Okay, THA, large professional. Okay, I'm just looking at some of the things that Oh, okay, I see. That's your handle. All right, Largo Professional. Did I say that right? THA, Largo Professional. Did I even come close to saying that right? You know. So look, I'm not going to stay on very long. I hope that you've gotten something out of this particular conversation tonight. I want you to go back and check out some of my other previous videos in regards to Freemasonry. And if you should ever find yourself asking questions, we are here to assist and aid you along this journey in Freemasonry. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. Our purpose in this particular jurisdiction is truly to enlighten you, to illuminate you in regards to Freemasonry, and really get you to enjoy it. We want you to enjoy Freemasonry, not based upon some ideology about you are not this or you are not that, but to really enjoy the brotherhood. And tonight I want to send my prayers and my shout out to Brother Michael White from Lancaster, California. My prayers is that he gets well, and I know he's really been going through it. I'm going to tell you something. I've never seen this brother as far as in person. But this particular individual, Brother Michael White, is a former member of the most wishful harem of Thai Grand Lodge of California. And he's been one of my supporters. And when I say supporters, he'll check me. If he think I'm wrong, he's gonna call me on it. If he think I'm right, he's gonna praise me on it. But he's really been a gentleman that has called and checked on me and my family. Hey, bro, how you doing? You know, hey, man, I'm in the hospital. I mean, he's really tagged me into his life, and I want to let him know how much I appreciate him and the mere fact that he's often stayed in contact with me. I pray that you get well. I pray that your strength that you will get stronger as you go through your life journey. And it's one tough life journey, brother. And I thank you for allowing me to take part in your life, and that you consider me to be such a dear friend. That's from me to you, to Brother Michael White. So look, I'm going to get out of here tonight. I hope that you've gotten something from this particular show. Whatever you do in life, always climb for the top. The higher you climb, the clearer the vision. And whatever you do, stay out them bushes and keep your light on. I'm out. Peace. And I was just wondering, where are... hey, Brother Larry Diamond, you just getting on, bro. I was just getting ready to log off. I hope you're doing well. And I'm going to say this here. Larry Diamond, who's one of the administrators here on this particular YouTube channel, this brother right here, before I go, he's been to my home. He's visited my home. This is truly to me, a good brother Mason who I've found to be a friend. He's been worthy and well qualified. He's been tried and never denied. He's just a brother that you would, he's just that guy. And there's not a lot of people you can say he's just that guy. I mean, from what I know about him personally, our friendship has really grown. We can agree to disagree, but we don't fall out. Is anytime you find yourself and that person calls himself a friend, and you fall out and you can't get over the mere fact that you had a disagreement, you were never friends in the beginning. Hear me clearly. If you have been friends with somebody for 10, 15 years, 2 or 3 years, 10, whatever the time limit may have been, and you fall out because you have a simple disagreement or a disagreement, whatever it may be, and you end the friendship over that, you were never friends in the beginning, because friendship will be tested. Friendship will be tested. When you loan people money, when you do favors for them, and you consider them to be friends, and they don't pay you back, and it may leave a bitter taste in your mouth, but your friendship will be tested. If you can get past that and realize that maybe he or she may have had some difficulties in getting the money back to you, talk to them, have that conversation with them, and see where they're at. And you never know what a person is going through. This is why sometimes when you talk to individuals, it is best to give them a smile sometimes, because you don't know. You might want to give them a strong grip or a good hug, because you don't know what a person is going through day to day in their life journey. And that hug, that grip, that smile may be the thing that gets them over the hump. And when you're talking to people, sometimes you have to be gentle. And my wife often tell me that, you pretty rough with what you say. You don't know how, you just say it. Well, yeah, I do. And I'm learning too. I'm learning just like y'all learn. So what we got here? Charles, shouldn't you be asleep, man? Isn't it like 1 o'clock in the morning where you at right now? I'm like, man, you brothers are popping up right now. And I'm like, I was getting ready to go. I was late. I was getting ready to chop it off. But tonight's topic is international, the international Masons, okay? International Masons, not the international Masons that we may see here in the United States, not that Grand Lodge, but the 8 international Masonic orders from around the world. There are a total of 8. There may be more, but it's 8 that I know of that has been shared with me. And go check them out. I've put the information in the chat groups, and I want you to see Masonry for what it is, and I want you to be able to enjoy it based upon just getting out of the box. Stop limiting yourself just to this country. Stop taking on the propaganda that you hear in regards to Freemasonry here. Stop allowing someone to shape your thoughts about Freemasonry instead of you. The only thing constant in life, the only thing that is constant in life is change. That's it. That's constant. Masonry is a progressive science. And if Masonry is going to be progressing, it's going to change. Because Masonry changes. It does. Freemasonry changes. The only thing that doesn't change in Freemasonry, grips, signs, words. The 3 forms of recognition amongst the Brotherhood of Freemasons. They don't change. And those are staples. Okay? When you meet or greet another brother of the craft and you're not really sure if he's truly a Mason, I ask for the membership card. I do. I ask for membership. Because there are brothers out there that are very well versed in Freemason. They go get books and they read it for themselves. But what you can't get out of a book is the initiation, what it feels like, how your thought process. Until you have sit in a chamber of reflections, you can read the book, but to be there is the experience. To be initiated is the experience of the brotherhood. I mean, like I said, there are brothers out there who are pretty well versed. They got books, and they'll put you to shame. But the experience that one go through in Freemasonry sets you apart from those who haven't experienced it. And those who haven't experienced, I can truly say, I don't consider them to be who they claim that they are. That's me. That's a personal thing. That's not based on my Grand Lodge or my association with anybody. That's a personal thing. When I found a brother to be who he say he is, and I'm really not sure, I'm going to ask for a membership card. I'm going to ask for a Masonic passport. I'm going to ask for something just to identify, are you truly who you say you are? And then once you have, oh, okay, cool. Now, in some jurisdictions, they don't carry either. They don't carry a membership card. They don't carry a Masonic passport. It is just that jurisdiction way of their Masonic body. And the only someone I've actually seen do that is foreign Grand Lodges. Most foreign Grand Lodges don't have membership cards. They don't. I said most, I didn't say all. Okay, I just said most. And I've come across some and they don't. They don't have membership cards. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because of being in different countries. Masons are frowned upon. So you don't want to have any evidence on you or being part of the Freemasons. I'm quite sure many of you know that Freemasonry, like we practice here in the United States, is not practiced like that abroad in other countries. It is really a secret society. If you are in the military, there are just some countries you go in, you take off all the Masonic regalia. You don't walk around with it because they despise it. So you must be careful when you're over in someone else's country and you know that they despise Freemasonry. You take that off. Masonry becomes a real secret organization. So you don't want to be caught there. You have to be up for, 2 more hours or up to 2 o'clock, Brother Charles? For real. So look, and whatever you do, as I've said before about 15 minutes ago, please enjoy Freemasonry, all that it has to offer. Build Masonic alliances wherever you go. Show who you are. When I say show who you are, when you meet a brother, show respect to the brother. When you meet a sister of the order, show respect to her. Even if you may feel that your jurisdiction do not recognize them, we have to learn how to be civil toward each other in this atmosphere that we're in today. We have to really be the example of what a brother or sister is. Now, if you call yourself a Mason, you call yourself an Eastern Star, but the example that you are showing doesn't exemplifies the order itself, then you're not one to call yourself that. I mean, I've met some very enlightened people in my time who has not been initiated in the craft or any order, but because of their demeanor and because of their respect for the brotherhood. And they may have read plenty of books. They won't ask you anything, but they'll definitely show you the respect that is due when they find out that you're a Mason, when they find out that you're an Eastern Star. That's just what they do. And these brothers who are like that I've come across, or those sisters, I respect them just as well. Because Masonry is the philosophy. That's what it is. And nobody can tell you don't study philosophy. Nobody can tell you not to study a way of life. But to be initiated in this way of life is differently than studying in it. It's a different monster. It's certainly a different monster. Let me see where I'm at real quick. Greetings to all, Big Brother Tony. What's up? Yeah, Charles. It's late where you at, man. It's time for you to get some sleep. So look, I'm not going to have any call-ins. We're about 49 minutes in, going on 50 minutes in. Enjoy your night. Protect your family. Be safe wherever you're at. And along this journey, if we should ever cross paths, let's show some civil, let's be civil toward each other. Let's enjoy each other company. And who knows, we may even have a beer. So until we see each other again, whatever you do, stay out the bushes and keep your light on. The higher we climb, the clearer the vision. I'm out.